that love those that feel unloved, that is able to point the way to those that have lost their way, and to be able to look up and see the stars in the sky and know the one who holds the stars in the sky is the one that holds his hand when he walks with his family, when he walks with his children, when he walks with his head held high, when he walks not ashamed because no one is teaching him but the Lord. No one is telling him nothing that he don't know. He knows that he must take care of his family. He knows that he must fight a battle that can only be won down on his knees. I'm talking about a father. I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about a man that will come out of the dirt, that will stand 10 toes down in the dirt for his family. I'm talking about a man that will love when it's impossible to love. I'm talking about a man that will stand and fight for something that he believes in. I'm talking about a dad. I'm talking about a real father that loves regardless, a real father that knows that God has given me this, and I have an obligation, and I'm going to be the father that I know that I can be. And if I can't, I'm going to go to my God, who is my source, who is able to turn my life around. Fathers, brothers, know today that without a doubt, there's so much in you. There's so much in you. And you need to know that fathers just have a way of putting everything together. When they call on the name of the Lord, oh, my God, what a mighty God we serve that has breathed breath into our lungs that we might stand up, that we might show up, and that we might lift others up. Oh, what a mighty God that loves us and showed us how to love others, even when we're talked about and even when we're put down. A man is able to stand because he has that thing inside of him that drives him on when he feels like giving up. He has that thing inside of him, that thing in his heart that tells him there is more than he sees. He has that thing that comes from God, that Holy Spirit that comes from God and gives him strength when there is no other strength any place. Brothers, you are more than you think you are. You are breathed in by God. God loves you, and he sent his son to die for you.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
It's a pretty day cooking on the outside. Good morning. I hope you're having a great Wednesday, hump day so far. Those of you that have been listening to us for a little while understand how the program works. If you're new to our radio station, thank you to the program. We appreciate you tuning in, dialing up. It's an easy peasy program. If you have a question, something that you're curious about, something on your mind, you call and put you on the radio. You ask your question, tell us what you're curious about, and hang up. And then people will call and answer it, we hope. We look for, and if we don't, we'll try to find you answers if we can. But the idea is to ask your neighbor. And then if you don't have a question, maybe you just have something you want to share, something you want to sound off about, something that you would like to tell the rest of us about. Well, that's fine, too. 865-457-1380 or 877-711-4005 gives you the opportunity to speak to a whole bunch of people at the same time. It's like word of mouth multiplied by 10, 12,000. So that being said, I'll give you a moment. We take 2 minutes usually. And I try to do that because we usually operate on a 45-second to 60-second delay, sometimes depending on where you're listening online. You know, the internet slows down sometimes, even can slow down on television sometimes, with that said. So I try to give at least 2 minutes for you guys to adjust yourselves, dial the phone, and participate in the program before I end it, because usually if I end it too quick, I hear about it. People, I was going to call, I was just waiting. I don't know what you're waiting on, but okay. So we'll take 2 minutes to see if there's anybody that has anything they'd like to add, contribute, share, or ask, or whatever. 2 minutes from now. Powell Clint's Utility District wants to make your next home improvement a success. Their appliances are made with you in mind to update your kitchen, laundry room, and provide you with endless hot water. Want to improve your outdoor living? PCUD sells griddles, grills, and fire pits, all powered by natural gas, so you never have to fill a tank again. They also offer appliance installation and 0% financing added directly to your monthly bill. Visit PCUD Showroom in Rocky Top, their website at pcud.org, or call 865-426-2822 to learn more. PCUD is your natural gas provider.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly, unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the eScore Quality Contractor Network. They're the pros who've been specially trained and approved by TVA and your local power company. The quality contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Contact your local power company or visit energyright.com to learn more.
No time is a good time to have to call a tow truck, but when you have to make that call, Lowe's Tows is ready to help you. Lowe's Tows, a Wreckmaster certified operator serving Anderson and Campbell counties, Powell, and High School for over 29 years. And they can tow anything with wheels, whether it's a car, truck, motorcycle, everything from a Volkswagen to a semi. They've got you covered. They also offer jump starts, and if you've locked yourself out of your vehicle, give them a call. They can get you going again. Lowe's Tows works with all insurance companies and body shops. And be sure and ask about discounts for military and for employees of Anderson County and the city of Clinton. If you find yourself in need of a tow, give Lowe's Tows a call, 865-457-6927. That's 457-6927. Ready to serve you 24/7. Locally owned and operated. Here for you for 29 years and here for you now. Lowe's Tows, 865-457-6927. We don't want your arms and legs, just your toes.
All right, let's see what we got cooking over here on the telephone today. Good morning, Trading Time. You're on the air. Can you tell me the password? Or excuse me, you're on Ask Your Neighbor, and there is no password. I do that a lot.
Boy, that throwed me for a loop.
You're on Ask Your Neighbor. Good morning.
Good morning, Ron. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Clay?
I'm all right. Been doing some weed eating before the yellow jackets get out.
Who is this? This isn't Clay, is it? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
What's your name?
Roger.
Okay, Roger. I'm sorry. I called you Clay. I thought you were my buddy Clay Wright for just a moment.
Oh, not right. Oh, man. I'm just come down there and throw a rock.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know Clay from way back.
Yeah.
Good fella. When he's asleep.
Yes, sir.
Hey, maybe somebody can help me. I don't know who to reach out to. I live on a lovely bluff road, little old county, barely 2-lane road in most places, but when the interstate backs up, guess what everybody does?
Comes right down the
interstate between Rocky Top and Clinton exit. Well, they hop off on this little old road, and cars is fine unless they're doing 90, you know. But we're getting 18-wheelers on it, you know, and it's not at all designed for that. And I've reached out to everybody I can think of other than the actual sheriff himself. Man, it's dangerous. It's, you know, it's a lot of things. But if anybody's got any suggestions what I can do other than something illegal, I'd like to hear it. But you know where I'm talking about, Ron?
You talking about where Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
about. You could start, and actually it goes from Lovely Bluff to Hilldale Road up, by the Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart, you come up Hilldale, cross what we used to call Maxonville Bridge, and then come out, in Lake City there to Interstate. But I've asked for patrols or, anything extra kind of to slow them down and really for the 18-wheelers, just keep them off the road. And we have made some progress, I think, but it still happens, and,
Yeah. I don't know what else you can do outside of what you're doing. We'll see if anybody's got any suggestions, but it's a mess when it happens.
Oh, yeah. And I know, a lot of traffic goes down 25W and through Clinton, but that road's more designed for it than a little 2-lane switchback curves and, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else we got?
I don't know. What else do we got? You tell me. I'm just here to ask the questions that you guys want to ask and hopefully get you some answers on it. But that's something that we've been dealing with for a long time. We're probably going to deal with for a longer time. I don't know, signage or whatever they got to do, but
yeah. And there goes one right now as we speak.
There you go.
18 wheeler. But anyway.
I don't know how you can do it. As technology gets better and better, maybe they can come up with something, but I don't know how they can do it. They've put signs up. They've done all kinds of other things trying to, navigate people away from these troubled areas. It just don't seem to work.
No, and I know there's GPS systems that it's an upgrade to get, like, for big trucks and stuff. I don't know if these trucks passing by just don't pay the money to get the upgraded version or whatever.
Yeah.
But, it just takes boots on the ground, I think, a car or something. But, I know there's limited resources. But, how many patrol cars Anderson County Sheriff's got? Probably more than...
Well, you know what? We don't close the freeway every day, the highway. So maybe on those rare occasions when they have to close it upon... rerouting the traffic, the sheriff's department could then maybe post some officers at strategic areas where these guys are going to get stuck if they take them. Just during those times, for the first, you do that a couple of times, and the word would catch on. And if you only did it when the highway was closed, you'd probably stand a better chance of getting the word out to as many as possible than just being there for somebody randomly taken the wrong way. So. That might be something they could try just when the freeway was closed.
Yeah, and it very rarely happens when the interstate's not shut down. Nobody wants,
Yeah, nobody wants to go the long way around.
Yeah.
So.
But it's dangerous. Like I said, it's if you drive on these roads, how dangerous it is when a 53-foot trailer and a tractor pulling that comes around a curve and the trailer's on halfway on your side of the road.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
And I know Sheriff Barker comes down and
he will be here Wednesday, the 19th, next Wednesday, so we can talk. Remind me if I forget, and either call and ask or call and tell Jay to remind me to ask Russell when he's here.
All right. And, sounds good. And one other thing, I meant to call her. It was a week or so ago. A lady called in, had some Tennessee volunteer dolls.
Yeah, collectibles. She does. Yes. Yeah,
and I wanted me and Jay to go in halves and buy all that stuff and then take it down to Pat and give it to him.
I didn't realize he was such a Kentucky guy. But he is. That would be fun.
If Jay could spare his pocket change, I don't know how much all those.
I don't know how much her collectibles are, but it would still be fun either way. I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that one.
I hope the baseball team, UT baseball, does well out in Omaha.
They're on the cusp of it, aren't they? They're doing well so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know there was so many local, saw it on the news, so many local players in the series.
I didn't either. Are there?
Yeah, well, several. Like Farragut, it was, and then I think it was Pigeon Forge. It was went to high school there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Representing East Tennessee, even though they're on different teams, but still.
East Tennessee, that's fantastic.
Yep.
It'd be neat. How cool would it be to have a national collegiate championship in some sport? I mean, I actually
been a while.
I actually played music with a boy who played on the 1998 University of Tennessee Vols team. He was
I know it wasn't Sammy Sawyer.
no. It wasn't Sammy. And he backed up our linebacker. Oh my gosh! Well, who am I talking about? Our world famous linebacker that 1998. Help me. Oh my Lord! It's not Haynesworth.
That's been too many years ago.
I know. Anyway, he was backup to him, so he didn't get to play a whole lot, but he played. But he had a ring. He had a ring. It was the coolest looking thing. And he told me, he said, you know what? He said, I don't get it out and look at it much. I was like, I would. I'd put it on my coffee table, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But how cool would that be? That has to be something. That's a big accomplishment for those kids playing, whether it's baseball or basketball or anything to be involved.
They all start early in life, you know.
Oh, yeah. James David started, he was in elementary school or earlier because we were playing upward before he could play at Clinton Elementary in the Blaze, and as soon as he was able in fourth grade to play in the Blaze, he'd been playing basketball there. Now he's going into his freshman year. He plays for Coach Locker, Clinton High School.
Oh, okay.
He'll be on the freshman team this year. So,
well, good.
I hope he's one of those kids that gets to celebrate a national championship somewhere, sometime. I like that.
Somewhere, sometime. Right?
Somewhere, sometime in some sport. I don't care what it is.
All righty. Well, that's about all I've got. I'll let somebody else go in.
Well, see if anybody's got any ideas to get traffic around troubled spots. But I think, and
there, not to interrupt, but there goes another one. 18 wheeler.
Are we still working a crash out there? I know we had a.
No. I think it's road construction now.
Okay. All right.
Because it's been, you know.
Yep.
But anyway. All right. Good talking to you. Appreciate it.
See you, buddy. Good talking to you. Bye. Yeah, the way I think, we'll ask Russell a week from today if you guys will remind me. And again, I don't know how many, when you're talking about entrances and you're talking about different, I don't know how many roads there are that they would want to cover to keep these 18-wheelers, you know. Well, they're in our way, but it's good for them too. They get stuck, they get mired up, they get hung up on a lot of these roads, and the roads are too small for trucks like that. Wasn't made for it. So maybe when we have an accident and the road, you know, they're diverting traffic that way, we being the sheriff's department, and I don't know that they got the manpower to spare, but if they did, could post officers near the entrances of those roads, that wouldn't be good for the trucks to take. And then if you do that too, and you find out what GPS that particular driver is using, it might give us a heads up on alerting some of the GPS mappers so that they could note that. GPS has taken me before in circles. It really has. It's said turn left, turn left. Turn left, turn left. And by the time you turn left the fourth time, you're going right back where you started the first time. No, it's done it to me. So it's not fail-proof by any stretch of the imagination. 865-457-1380, 2 minutes. We'll come back and talk right after you hear this from Karen's Carpet and the Grand Ole Opry. And then I'll come back and we'll hear from you, or you'll hear from music.
It's time for new flooring, and just in time, Karen's Carpet Sales is offering the sale of a lifetime on LVP from Mohawk. Waterproof floating floor with an innovative lacquer that repels dirt and grime for simple cleaning. And best of all, it's only $1.99 per square foot and comes with a 25-year residential warranty. If it's time to freshen up the look of your home, nothing brightens it up like new flooring. Whether you decide on carpet or laminate, let Karen's Carpet Sales help you give your home just the look you want. Come in and see what's new and bring your imagination. Laminate vinyl plank is waterproof, scratch-resistant, and you can choose from several colors. And when your floors look good, you feel good. Karen's Carpet is your headquarters for flooring, carpet, laminate, and on sale now, LVP from Mohawk. Karen's Carpet has been serving East Tennessee for over 50 years. They're located in Claxton, 1961 Clinton Highway, 865-945-3353. Karen's Carpet, the store that gives you more. 945-3353.
So on behalf of myself and all the Opry members of past and present and future, Luke Combs, you are now officially the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry.
Being inducted into the Opry by Joe Diffie and Vince Gill, two artists I grew up listening to, was one of the highlights of my life. Every time I'm on the Opry, I share the stage with my heroes and play the music that I love. There's nothing else like it, whether you're behind that microphone or out in the crowd. On any given night, you could see a once-in-a-lifetime performance or watch an artist get a surprise invitation to join the greatest family in country music. Even if you've seen the Opry once, you haven't seen it all. It's a blast, not just for fans, but for artists too.
See your favorite artists at the Grand Ole Opry, both classic and new. And stay tuned here to WYSH because we give away a pair of tickets to the Grand Ole Opry every Wednesday.
I'm Luke Combs, and I'll see you soon at the Opry, the show that made country music famous.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-885-3100. That's 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100.
All right, boys and girls, moms and dads, we'll call it a day at 10:36 on a Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. We're here tomorrow, hopefully. I talked to Dave yesterday. And he plans to be here. David he had to be taken to the doctor. This was Sunday, I believe. He was in the restaurant. Jasper was there. He was over in Powell, and David had a spell. Put him in the hospital and had to get his. I can't remember his triglycerides and some other things. Karen said that they had to get balanced out. I've talked to him all weekend. I talked to him yesterday. Plans to be here. He didn't get home until Monday night, late, out of the hospital, but he said he's feeling better, getting out and doing things yesterday. So he plans to be here tomorrow. Fingers crossed. David's feeling better. That he stays feeling better, and that we have him here telling us, spinning some yarns and telling some stories and talking about Kaz Walker. That's all here tomorrow on Thursday. In the meantime, will you stay tuned and maybe ask somebody to listen? It would, I'd certainly appreciate it. Of course, I would. The more people that listen and tune in and dial in, if we get people every day, depending on where you look or listen or whatever, that listen to us, that participate online from all over the place. See, I was listening to the girl. I was listening to the girls last night on the air, and I think we had, I don't remember where all, but not Canada. Where are people calling? Virginia. I think we had people from Virginia. And I know there's a lot of people that listen online, and if you are one of those folks that listen online, you can just call us, 457-1380, and then we even set up the toll-free number, 877-711-4005, being that we're all over the country. If you can hear my voice, you can call that number, and it won't cost you a penny. I'll pay for the call. And we do that just to make it available to anybody. All right, enjoy yourself, enjoy your day. Be back here with us and ask some folks to listen, whether you share us online. If you do have Facebook, get on and follow WYSH, okay? And share it with your friends. And you can listen there. You can pull your phone out of your pocket anytime, anywhere, push the button and listen to us. You can do that from our website, WYSHradio.com. Or if you'd like to, you can get the TuneIn Radio app. It's free. It's on Google Play. It's on the App Store. Just tune in. You don't have to subscribe or buy it. Use the free version. Type in WYSH Radio. You'll find us, and you can listen to us from there. That's pretty cool. So wherever you happen to be, you can listen. So invite your friends and neighbors to listen. And doesn't matter if you're across the street, doesn't matter if you're across the pond. If you've got something you'd like to share with us, well, we'd love to hear from you right here on WYSH. We appreciate all of you.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.